Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Monkey Wrench. I'm Kelly, the monkey with the wrench. Today, I have a regular customer and he runs 3 machines, 2 John Deere 0 turns, and this Craftsman T-210. He runs them commercially. He cuts 40, 50 weeks lawns a week. And he beats the crap out of these things. And he has continual trouble with them, and I just realized another problem. But he's been contacting me at least once a week, telling me that the deck belt for the blades keeps coming off. And I've been telling him that he only has one belt guard on one side and the other one was missing. And so he learned how to put the belt back on. Now the belt has gotten stretched and worn, and he just keeps putting it back on, and I keep telling him he needs those belt guards. So I can tell you right now, if you're watching this video and you're trying to figure out why your belt keeps coming off, there are belt guards. Sometimes they're plastic, sometimes they're metal, and they go around the pulley to keep the belt from flopping off. On these machines where you have to use a PTO lever to engage the blades, because by the time you back that up, it puts so much space so it makes the belt loose, and then the belt is always popping off. So you have to make sure that your guard around the front pulley, around the motor, let me take this off the tripod, is in place. And it looks like this one is not, because he's been messing with it so much. This guard right here has to be up here to keep this front from just flopping off. And he has it backed up. It goes up here and it has a little end that goes into one of these holes. So when we put this back, I'm gonna have to make sure, usually you can push it in and move it until you can find the hole. There's the end. So it's in the wrong hole. Let's get it up. It most likely goes in this front hole. There it is. You see the difference? You see how now that's in there, and that will hold the belt from flopping off. Okay, when it's back where it's supposed to be, it'll hold the belt and keep it from flopping off. Now you have supposed to have a belt guard that goes over here and stops all this extra, and one on the other side. So if you're missing those, look on eBay, look on an old machine, doesn't matter where or how, but find them. Otherwise you're going to be constantly putting your belt back on. Now I'm going to pull this deck because I want to show you how to run the belt real quick, and in order to do that, on the front, on the other side, is a little clip that looks like that. It might be a cotter pin. It just goes in there, and then this will just kick out. I'll do it when I have 2 hands. Then there's also one that goes right there, and on the other side in the same position, another one, and then you can pull this arm off and move it up out of the way. Same thing on the other side, same thing there. I'm going to do that and show you where we're at. Okay, now once you get those 3 positions off, like I said, there's one here on each side. You pull out the little pin, and then you just yank on that a little bit and it comes right off. Then you want to raise your deck back up to the up position, and that makes these bars get out of the way so you can pull the deck out. Now I've taken the belt off the motor pulley by moving that guide that I showed you back out of the way so I could feed it off. And on these machines where you have your blade engagement lever, there's a cable. So whichever side of the machine is on, and it happens to be on the right side of this one, that's the way you want to pull the deck out from underneath, and I'll show you why. Because actually, let me see if it's better to pull it off the other side. I am doing this video on the fly He just called me an hour ago and asked me to fix all this stuff for tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's better to go out that side. Okay. This one's just going to be a pain in the ass on either side. And I'll show you why. Because under here, this is your blade engagement cable right here, and it goes through the deck right there. Okay, so you have to pull the little pin that's on the front. Let's see if I can get a better view. Of course, it can't be simple. Oh, because I'm in a hurry. You have to pull that cable out of there. Okay, once you get that out, and I have to be careful because this busted free, which I've already spoken to him about. Once you get this out of here, then all you have to do is feed this spring off the end. Now I keep telling people, they always take it with the hook like that and they try and go down into it, and it makes it the biggest pain in the ass to get out. So once you get it out, don't put it in like that. It is such a pain to try to get free. See, they put the hook down. Take the hook, make sure you're free of everything. Take the hook and put it up like this. So you're going to go under it. You're going to pull on that cable and put the hook up. It's still going to stay in place, but when you go to pull it out, it's going to make life much easier. Now your hook's out of the way. His cable is messed up. It's stretched. I can tell it. We're not replacing that today. Then you can pull your deck out from underneath, and I realize that you can't see everything because I'm in a hurry trying to film this. But once you get it out, then you can see your deck. Or as Taryl would say, after you jerk your deck. So let me see if I can get you closer. I'll show you what's going on here. There's your deck. Here's your belt. And here is how it feeds through. This one is supposed to be on the inside of this guide right here, but it's so stretched and small that it again just popped itself out. So this is how your belt gets fed. This doesn't look correct to me either. Why is that? This guard, this is a belt guard, is either in the wrong position. Something's wrong here. That looks fine. That wouldn't be right either. That's what moves when you push the pedal. So it goes like this. He had the belt on wrong. Now he's had to put it on like 10 times this week apparently, because he couldn't bring it to me all weekend. There's how your belt goes. And I made a comment on a short that you'll never forget it once you think about it. Pardon my French, but it's a cock and balls. Okay, this is where your motor is. So that's the front of your dick. This is your cock. These are your balls. So if it always comes in from the motor and goes around the balls on both sides, then it'll feed around your outside pulleys correctly. And that is how your belt goes right there. So let me get